Oh my god, please don't look at me like that, okay? I said I was back. I didn't say I'll be back every week, so bear with me. The last video I dropped was like, what, January? Did I drop a video in January? I'm not even sure I've dropped a video this year. Like, shame on me. But this is the new me. This is my new YouTube channel. We're gonna get back on track, but it's gonna be a rough patch to start back off. So, Black Panther, rawr. Wakanda forever. That's what is reigning right now, guys. Wakanda, Wakanda, Wakanda. Everywhere you go, all over Instagram, all over Twitter, everyone is Wakanda. Everyone is suddenly from Wakanda. So obviously Wakanda is a fictional place in the movie Black Panther, but that's where we're all repping now. So let's get into it. This is a review of the movie Black Panther, of my own opinion on the movie. Alert, spoiler alert. Spoiler alert, if you have not seen the movie yet, do not watch this video because there will be some spoilers in the video. First of all, I just want to give, you know, my props to the lead actors in the movie. You guys did an amazing job. Like, I have to say, I came into the movie as a critic, and I went to watch the movie with my husband. We went on, like, you know, a date night, decided to dress up in our African attire. I wore one of my Gabby style closet Ankara kimonos, and he wore a full-on kaftan stroke senator kind of Nigerian attire. So of course everyone was complimenting us. Oh, you guys look nice. Where'd you get your outfits from? Sorry. Where we got it from, you can't get it, sorry. But but yeah, so that's how we went, representing Nigeria and Africa. You know, it was a movement. Everybody, you know, the whole idea was go dressed up nice to watch the movie. So it was a movement. So we got into the movie theater, bought our tickets. Actually, we went first around 8:40 or something to see the 9 o'clock showing. But no, we went around like 8 o'clock to meet up with the 8:30 showing, but it was completely sold out. And it was sold out everywhere. Like, we called around, completely sold out. The only cinema that had it was Studio Movie Girl, and it only had it available for 11 p.m. which is like, you know, almost midnight, because by the time you watch all the previews and everything, it's almost midnight. So we're like, okay, I mean, we're already dressed up, we might as well. So we bought the 11 o'clock ticket, drove home, chilled for a while, took a nap, and then went back. So we saw the 11 o'clock showing at Studio Movie Girl. So, you know, the cinema was completely full, sold out, no seats were available. You know, everyone having a good time, everybody happy. We got we had our margaritas, our pizzas, everything, you know, ready to watch the movie. So the movie started, and yeah, so I came in as a critic. I actually came in looking for what was wrong. Like, I came in like thinking, it's not gonna be worth all the hype. You know, I'm gonna catch what's going on here. So it started off, the scene started off, the first scene came in. I was like, okay, this movie's already failing, because I was like, okay. So watched the movie, and, you know, got to the end, and I have to say, I mean, Hollywood did a good job with this one. Marvel Studio did a great job with this one. And, you know, I really appreciate the fact that this is a superhero movie with the majority black leading cast, which was amazing. And this is putting the racial aspects apart. It was a good movie, period. You know, putting the racial aspects aside, it was a great movie. It had a beautiful display of culture. Some scenes took place, I know of, there was a scene that took place in Nigeria in the Sambisa forest, which I think it was supposed to somehow depict the whole war with the Boko Haram and the kidnapping of the Chibok girls, of the 250 Chibok girls that till today nobody has heard of. Well, I mean, they claim some have escaped, but till today we haven't yet gotten the rest of the girls. So yeah, in that scene, Boko Haram were whisking the Chibok girls away to some unknown location, and then the Black Panther came in with his team. Yes, honey. Came in with his team. Lupita Nyong'o disguised herself as one of the girls and saved the day, released the girls, and everyone was grateful and thanked. And that scene was kind of funny to me, because I was like, if only it was that easy. And, you know, it was such such a sensitive topic that was put into the movie and made seem so easy, which unfortunately it's not that easy in real life. If only Black Panther could swoop in and save the day, that would be wonderful, but of course it's not that easy. Guys, and Jeremy saying hello, he's in the background. So saying so with that being said, you know, going into the culture aspect of the movie, the costume design, whoever did the costume design did a wonderful job. I mean, the women looked beautiful. The costumes really displayed such strength. And then going into, you know, other aspects of the movie in terms of the culture, display of culture was just so diverse. I could see cultural display from various parts of Africa. I saw East Africa there, I saw West Africa, I saw a lot of South Africa in there. It was just a lot of beautiful display of culture. The lead, Chadwick Boseman, did such a wonderful job. I mean, who would have known? Like, who would have known? Like, when I saw he was the person acting the lead role, you know, my husband was kind of like skeptical, like, why did they choose him? Couldn't they use, you know, he for some reason felt Idris Elba should have played it, but I never thought Idris Elba should have played anything. But I was just like, this is such a random, you know, such a random selection. But you know, let's see how this goes. And he did amazing. He did amazing. I mean, I don't think anyone else could have done a better job. So good job to Chadwick Boseman. I love the way they showed the relationship between him and his family in the movie. That's right there really was my favorite part, because, you know, in our culture in Africa, family is number one and family is so important. I love how him and his sister were so close. I think her name in real life is, I think, Letitia Wright or something like that. If I pronounce it wrong, I'm really sorry, but her name, they were so close. And of course, you know, in our culture, a brother is sister's, you know, a sister's guardian, like his sister's keeper. His baby sister is everything to him. So I loved how they really portrayed that. I loved how he was always there for his family. His family was number one. Even in the part where they had just found him thinking he was dead, and he asked the king of the other tribe, I think Mbaku, to please keep his family for him, you know, watch over his mother while he goes back to save his people. That was beautiful to me. That was beautiful to me. Speaking of Mbaku, who else thought Mbaku was Igbo? Like, who else could have sworn everything that this guy was a Nigerian? I tell you, I thought this dude was Nigerian. I was surprised to see that the guy was from Haiti. So you did a good job. If your goal was to pass off as a Nigerian Igbo man, you did 100%. I give you an A+. The accents in the movie, the accents, in my opinion, was still the same old Eddie Murphy coming to America kind of accents, you know, the whole fake accent. Of course, for those who were trying to form the accents, do I give it a mark down for that? No. I mean, they're not, some of them were not Africans, so I don't expect them to have the accent correct. I mean, it's obvious the movie did a lot of research, because it's obvious the producers and the director did a lot of research. So I'm not going to take off points for that. But, you know, the accents are still the same old, you know, Eddie Murphy coming to America kind of accent. And I think it's probably because, you know, Americans have their own view of what an African accent sounds like. So even if you do give them the real thing, it's probably going to be more of a shock to them that, oh, it doesn't sound like that. It's probably going to take away from the movie itself. So, you know, accents could have been better, but it was still good anyway. Oh yeah, and by the way, guys, if you are interested in this vest, this is a Gabby style closet piece. So this is an elastic Ankara crop jacket. So yeah, you know how to place your orders. Shoot me an email or send me a DM on Instagram if you're interested in some orders, and I can get this over to you. Again, one thing I noticed in the movie that kind of rubbed me like a little weird was that I noticed that the movie kept whenever the movie would talk about Americans, it would say something like, oh, these silly Americans, or it kept, you know, classifying Americans as primitive, like, oh, these Americans are so primitive, like, you know, they need to get on our level, like our level of technology and intellect. And I kind of found it a little funny, because it's like, you know, for the longest, the Western world have classified Africans as primitive and as behind and as silly. So it to me, in my opinion, it was kind of like a way of, you know, getting back at them, like, oh, you know, like, you guys are the primitive ones and whatnot. So that was funny. That was funny. Don't take it too seriously. I'm pretty sure the director or the script writers probably put that in there for more of, you know, a comedy aspect of, you know, the irony behind it. For the whole time, Africa has been seen as primitive, but now look at this. Wakanda is a country that has all this technology that the USA had no idea of, and is so advanced far beyond they could ever imagine. So who's the primitive ones now, huh? So but yeah, that's my take on the Black Panther movie. If you guys have watched it, let me know what you thought. My final rating for the movie out of 5 stars, I would give the movie 4.5. I think they did an excellent job. Great job, you know, bringing African culture to the forefront in Hollywood. A great job to the producers, the script writers, the directors. You guys did an awesome job. Great job to Kendrick Lamar with the soundtrack. The soundtrack was dope, guys. I feel like every scene they really did good with the soundtracks. I love how when the new king took over Wakanda, you could see the difference in the flow of things. Before, when it was Chadwick, you know, it was all, you know, an African soundtrack with lots of drums, lots of African rhythm and stuff. But then when Michael B. Jordan took over, you could see the difference in the soundtrack. The soundtrack became hip-hop, became lots of hip-hop, became lots of, you know, it was really, really different. So the environment changed. You could tell there was a new king in town and things were different now. So, you know, great job to Kendrick Lamar. I hear he was the one in charge for the soundtrack of the movie. Awesome job to him and his team. Everyone that worked with him, you guys did a good job. And I have to say, you know, I'm really happy that, you know, we have an African-American superhero that led his own movie, and now it's just really awesome. I really hope, you know, Marvel Studio comes out with some more, comes out with an Asian superhero, comes out with even Hispanic one. Like, I actually really would love to see an Asian superhero, and I would love to see Jackie Chan in that movie. Probably not acting as the superhero, because he's now, you know, an older generation, but probably maybe acting as the superhero's dad. And maybe, you know, when things get bad and the war breaks out, you know, Jackie Chan now, you know, takes off his grandpa vibe and comes in whooping butt, you know, showing us that he's Jackie Chan. So that would be really cool. so yeah, guys, that's my review on the movie. If you've watched the movie, let me know how you felt. Let me know if you liked it. Give me your rating. 4.5 out of 5 is my rating. Really awesome movie. Great movie. Great script. Great plot. And I hope to see you guys later. Bye.